It's the morning weather briefing. Happy New Year. This is for Wednesday, the 1st of January, 2025. Wow. Welcome to New Year. Alabama's weather will be seasonal, calm for the rest of this week. But again, all the focus is on next week and the following week, the cold wave. Could there be snow and ice? As always, we have a pile of new data in the house. So let's see what we got this morning. Let's begin with the upper air look. We like to start here. Pretty good shortwave passed north of Alabama yesterday. That's rotating up into New England. National radar composite still raining. Got some snow in New England as well. New York City had a good soaker last night for all the folks at Times Square. It's colder this morning. We've got a few spots in the 30s. Aniana and Gadsden, mid-30s. Clanton, 35, but most locations are in the 40s. We're expecting highs in the 50s today. Mostly low and mid-50s, and again, that's very seasonal, right at average levels for the 1st of January. Check the watch warning map. Wind issues up in the northeast. Winter storm warnings for parts of northern New England. And the west is fairly quiet. Could be some thunder this morning along the coast of New England from Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket up to the coast of Maine. Tomorrow, not a single thunderstorm expected across the country, and the same thing on day 3, which is Friday. Here's a look at the precipitation, rain for the next 7 days. And for Alabama, this will be rain Sunday night into Monday of next week, about 1 inch for the Shoals and Huntsville, the Tennessee Valley. 1/2 to 1 inch, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden, under 1/2 inch for South Alabama. All right, do we even dare look? Oh, sure. Here we go, model fans. The GFS, this is the 06Z run, valid today at 3 o'clock, troughing well to the north. And again, it's very seasonal today. Lots of sunshine, highs in the 50 to 55 degree range this afternoon. Up in the Tennessee Valley, you might stay in the 40s all day. Same thing tomorrow on Thursday, and pretty much the same thing on Friday. And again, Friday, a clipper is going to be passing north of the state. Notice on Friday, the chance of some snow, maybe for Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, the mountains of East Tennessee, up into West Virginia, parts of Ohio and Pennsylvania. The clipper will keep any precipitation north of here, but that will pull down some colder air for Saturday. Highs on Friday, still low 50s, and then Saturday, highs drop in the 40s for the northern two-thirds of the state. The low Saturday morning should be in the 20s, so Saturday will be cold and dry. So Sunday, here comes our next wave, and you can see rain should be moving in during the day. And we should mention, this is going to be kind of a messy winter storm for places like Kansas City, St. Louis, maybe into parts of Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana. And, of course, the question is, can we have some thunderstorms? You know, yesterday the GFS was kind of in la-la land. It painted all of this freezing rain across North Alabama Sunday afternoon that made no sense. And, of course, it's corrected itself. So the question really is, can we have any strong storms Sunday night? This is the surface-based instability. And this is coming off the European valid Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. And there's just not much in advance of that front. I just don't think with numbers like that we have a severe weather problem. Having said that, but let me throw this up here. Thought this was interesting. In that SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, they have defined a severe weather risk on Sunday west of Alabama. That's the Day 5 severe weather outlook. This would include much of Louisiana, southern Arkansas, western Mississippi, and eastern Texas, which is the reason I pulled up this instability look for Sunday evening. So we'll keep an eye on trends here. There certainly could be some thunder, but again, severe storms, probably not unless those numbers come up. And then Monday, the rain should be ending during the morning. And look at the snow up north. Again, good snow. Indianapolis, Columbus, Ohio, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. So after the rain on Tuesday, we're much colder. Highs drop in the 30s for the northern half of the state. Lows getting well down in the 20s. This is a week from today, Wednesday, the 8th of January. And, ooh, look at the trough down there below El Paso, Texas. Arctic air in place. Like I say, all the players are on the field here for the snow lovers. And down below that, look at the snow breaking out. And again, this is a week from today, Wednesday, the 1st of January. Snow breaks out for cities like Dallas-Fort Worth, Waco, Abilene, Midland, Odessa, Texas. Wow. So let's go to the next day. This is Thursday, the 9th of January, and boom, there's your classic North Alabama snowstorm. Got a surface low in the Gulf south of Pensacola, Arctic air in place. A cold rain for South Alabama, a good snow for North Alabama. But wait. That's the GFS. Let's look at the reliable European. Nothing. So what do you do here? So you got the American GFS model. Again, this is 8 days out. This is Thursday of next week. Thursday, the 9th of January. The GFS with a whopper of a snowstorm for North Alabama. The European with absolutely nothing, just cold and dry. And you probably know what I'm going to say. This model, the European, is much more reliable at this range. But having said that, it's not totally out of the question. We could see some winter mischief toward the end of next week. We'll wait and see. So this is out 10 days. This is Friday of next week, the 10th. Very cold trough over the eastern states. That upper low hanging back over Baja, and that Gulf system is gone, and we're just very cold at this point. So let's look at the probabilistic outlook. And, this is kind of the better way to look at it. This is the chance of 1 inch of snow or greater through January 16th. And this is coming off the GFS. And in the Tennessee Valley, the percentages exceed 50%. Let's look at the European. Very similar, not quite as aggressive, but still some chance. So the ensembles are telling us there's a chance of some snow or ice, winter mischief over the next 15 days. And this would be toward the end of next week. And there could be another opportunity beyond that, as the cold wave will probably be fairly prolonged. In fact, let's look at the temperatures. This is coming off the National Blend of Models. And I like to show this. You can show these deterministic maps, and I'll show you that in just a second. But this is an ensemble approach, which takes a blend of all these models. And I like this product. It was developed several years ago. And you can see for next week after by the way, Monday, I should mention that high of 52 will probably come during the morning. Temperatures will likely fall into the 30s during the day Monday of next week. And then after that, highs, and this is for Birmingham. Of course, you could adjust your number based on your latitude, but highs for much of next week, 35 to 40 with lows 20 to 25. And we could easily see teens in many places through next week. And this type of cold air will probably be reinforced just beyond this period. So again, the message is for those that work in the utility business, industry, agriculture. Listen, cold waves affect a lot of people. Just prepare for a couple of weeks of very cold temperatures, way below average, cold air here through mid-January. So let's look at the European deterministic. And again, I'm not the biggest fan of this, but I'll show it to you because you understand the limitations here. And notice it's much colder next week. For Birmingham, it's got a high 32 to 35 Tuesday and Wednesday. But then it just goes bonkers out there. Look at by January 15th, we're back at 70 almost, which I don't buy that at all. I do think the cold wave will be pretty extended. This is the latest 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for the 8th through the 14th of January. Temperatures deep dark blue, well below average. On this date in 1964, the Sugar Bowl was played in New Orleans, and the Superdome did not exist in 1964. They played at that venue, that is Tulane Stadium. Alabama played Ole Miss in the Sugar Bowl. And, that's snow. They had to clear the field of snow. New Orleans had 4.5 inches the night before, New Year's Eve. And it was something you rarely see here in the Deep South. How about that? Goodness gracious. In fact, some older folks, and I was alive then, I was a child. I was not at that game, but I certainly recall the event. But everybody still talks about it, the ones that remember that. And we should mention Alabama won the game by a margin of 12-7 over Ole Miss at the old Tulane Stadium. in the Sugar Bowl. And again, this is a map of the snow totals for that event. New Year's Eve, 1963, into New Year's Day of 64. Huntsville, the Shoals, 15 to 20 inches in North Alabama. Hamilton, Winfield, about 15 inches. Birmingham had over 8 inches. That was a New Year's Eve snowstorm for the ages. So it was windy yesterday. You're supposed to say, how windy was it? Well, it was so windy, the state bird of Alabama went in flight in spots. This was over in Fruithurst in Cleburne County yesterday. But the last sunset of 2024, how about that? Time could be a bandit. It stops for nobody. Sometimes you got to sit back and just enjoy the moment. And I'm glad a lot of folks were able to do that last night, especially down on the Gulf Coast. All right, so again, typically I would do just one of these videos per day on a holiday like this. But since the weather's active and interesting, we'll do another one this afternoon. And the TV shift will be the regular shift tonight. I'll be on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. We invite you to join us then. Have a marvelous New Year's Day. Welcome to 2025, and God bless.